Well, hello there in YouTube land, and welcome back to the channel. And today, well, I was not feeling well in the morning. I had a terrible back pain. I think I slept wrong. You know, you're at a certain age when you get injured by sleeping. Well, anyway, I was not feeling well. I did not go to work today. I apologize to all my students. I know we're in the end of the semester, end of the year. I should be there, but I just was not feeling well. I took a couple of back pain killers, and I was really dizzy and drowsy. I didn't want to risk getting on the bike and getting into an accident. But now it's in the afternoon and I'm feeling a little bit better. So I decided to take a stroll and finish what I promised. The full review of my Sookie. And that entails, well, talking about the 5 things that I don't like about Sookie. Cue the intro. So, I don't think there's anything that I hate about the bike. Well, maybe there is. I don't know. Let's talk about the 5 things then that I don't particularly like about Sookie, the GSX S1000 from 2023, and this whole black version. I love it to death, but there are things that are a little bit wrong with it, and Suzuki can, well, listen to me. Hire me if you know what I mean, and make this bike perfect. So coming in at number 5, it has to be the weight. It's a heavy old bike, all right? And the problem is it does feel, I mean, when you get on other bikes from the competition, like especially the BMW S1000R, I mean, that bike feels just light as a feather compared to this one. So yeah, the weight is and it's something that you feel it when you're doing slow maneuvers. Not much when you're going fast. Well, maybe you do, because when you hit the brakes, and that's another thing we're going to talk about, but when you feel the brakes, it feels all that weight, impossible to stop. So yeah, any type of weight reduction they can do on this bike would be much appreciated. Coming in at number 4 is, well, I love the look of it, but all these creases and different things from the aesthetics, because they're nothing else than aesthetics, right? Like these winglets. I mean, come on, it's not like it's giving you a whole bunch of downforce. It just makes the bike very difficult to clean. So if, I don't know, maybe by next time, if they can do something about making all these creases disappear, that'll be awesome, because yeah, it is really difficult to clean, especially if you're in a hurry. Now, if you want to check out how to detail this bike, make sure to check out the link. Look, a little scooter like the one I used to have. Check out the video on how to clean this bike in 5 minutes or less. It's actually 7 minutes, but nobody's counting. So coming in at number 3 of the things that are not great about this bike, it has to be this dash, and today it's all dirty. But I hope you can see all those spots. But yeah, look at the dash. Come on, man. This dash looks just terrible. It's a lot of information. It's very crowded. I don't mind the whole idea of not being LCD. I mean, obviously, if you give me a full TFT color display, it would be great. But just the whole thing, that it's just too crowded. If you want to look at the time, where's the time? I can't really find it. Now, if you're just using this bike, you get used to it. But when you're jumping from one bike to the other, you forget where the things are. It takes a while for you to remember, and that's just something that I really don't like. Another thing that it's hard is, all right, the dim. It always comes back to the lowest settings on the brightness, and I always forget how to set it up. And it's a little bit annoying as well. There it is. I don't know if you can see that the the brightness is changing, but I really can't see it in the sunlight. All right, so that's the brightest that it can be, and it's not really bright. So the dash, yeah, number 3. Number 2. So number 2 has to be these beach handlebars. I mean, this is not a cruiser bike, guys. What the hell's going on with these wide handlebars? They don't look appropriate for a sporty bike like this. Now, once you get used to it, it's not that bad. But it took me like 3 weeks of riding this bike before I started not feeling all weird that I had these wide handlebars like a beach cruiser type bike. So yeah, that's number 2 on the list of things I don't like about this bike. Now, when you're doing the hard twisties, the handlebars work great with the weight. So I would love to see if I can change them and for something sportier, maybe some clip-ons. But I don't know if it's gonna be heavier too, and you had to muscle this bike around to move it, because the wide handlebars, well, do a great job of moving the bike from side to side. But the worst thing, the absolute worst thing about this bike, now we're gonna get into this street before we talk about things that I don't like. Oh, I love that sound. I love this bike, man. Love it to death. Love it. Out of the way, Pex. Alright, so number 1 thing that is wrong about this bike is the brakes. Oh man, it just takes forever to this bike to stop. That's very dangerous, Suzuki. Give me better brakes on a bike that is as powerful as this, because otherwise a lot of people can get into real trouble. So yeah, the back brake is not bad. Alright, I mean, it does have plenty of feel, and it does have plenty of stopping power. I don't know if you can turn off the ABS to do if you can back this bike up. I'm not inclined in doing those things, but the back brake, I don't feel anything wrong with it. But the front brake, I mean, you have to give it almost 4 fingers to have a feel for it. It's very squishy, and it does not have enough stopping power. So yeah, the brakes on this bike. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, remember, well, thank you so much for all your support. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell button, and send it to all your friends. If you don't like the video, well, you know what to do. Send it to all your enemies. And I'll see you guys on the next one.